Yo, what we saying, people? What we saying? 51 man on here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here, give me 2 secs, boys. Give me 2 secs. Everyone put in the comments what pair we're trading. I think I've got a pretty decent idea, to be fair, but regardless, still good to see. Let's let this shit work. Boom. Alright. Yeah, let me know what pairs we're looking at. What the fuck was that? There we go. Oh yeah, by the way, shit, this one's still here. Alright, cool. Everyone let me know what we're looking at, man. Let me know who's here. What you saying, Dylan? What you saying, Jim? What you saying, Singh? Morning, Niz. Morning, Mohammed. Morning, Metmel. What you saying, bro? What you saying, Stainless? All the best for the week. Appreciate it, bro. Morning, BM. What you saying, Sesame? What you saying, Ralph? Yeah, let me know, everyone. EU. I didn't think people would actually be looking at EU. What are you looking at on EU? I thought everyone would be looking at EG. Just ashamed. Yeah, give me 2 sets. We'll go through the chart. Let me know what to look at. I'm mainly, obviously, the Euro pairs do look a lot better. It's kind of annoying. My my Streamlabs is bugging, so it doesn't say how many man's in here. It says there's 0 man in here. But I know there's a fair more than that. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Cool. Could go live on Insta, but no, I'm not gonna do that. Just hoping for them levels. Nice. Filled that FEG nicely, man. Just broke all of them highs this morning. I don't know what's people looking at, what sells right now. Be brave to be looking for sells. I mean, still technically within this CRT. GU's broke out of it though. If you look at this. I'll start deleting some of this. Can sort of see what's going on. At least we can see what's going on. We do know basically what's happening. All the levels we was already looking at weekly imbalance. We sort of knew it was going to be important. Just having that next extension up. Same here really. I mean with this we'll leave it on because technically still within it, but EU still got the higher to break, to be fair, so EU could be nice. We've just filled that imbalance, obviously. Had that pure extension. Like, there weren't really many opportunities to get into the actual trade, I'm not going to lie. But, yeah, still decent. Where's the... We're acting off that DTO now. Let's see how we move off there. Could get a nice sell off the DTO quickly. Oh shit, yeah, TikTok. I have to go live on that Canary Wolf Trader account even though it's fucking dog shit. And it's got an account ban warning as well. It's kind of peak. Fuck it though. let me turn my face cam on. 2 seconds. Right, that DTO now. See how we go. Hackers steal significant private data, including criminal records. Sick. Alright, let me get these links sent into the Discord, get my face cam on. Obviously, everyone let me know. I see people saying EU and EG mainly looking at. Yeah, I see people saying EG. So look at YouTube. Yeah, the market's okay. We're coming up now. That's all right. We're actually coming up. 75 man in here. I ain't even sent the announcement in, and we got 75 man in here. That shows that you boys are subscribing and ready every morning. So fair play for that. You're all locked in. I rate that. I haven't even sent an announcement in. That's W's in the chat, boys. A W in the chat, man. So let's go. One MetaTrader up at the ready. If we ever need to take a trade, we're there. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Back on the tickers as well. Alright, cool. There we go. Alright, yeah, so what you saying, Wiggy? Alright, cool. What you saying, David? How you doing, mate? Looking at EU and EJ. EU, what's good? DXY. Morning, Thanos. Morning, Ben. EG. Okay, we're actually coming up on EG. I think I'm coming up. Here we are, coming up on EG. Actually, yeah, boys, who's getting in? EG. EG does look nice, boys. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. I mean, the only problem is the RR is shit. That's the only thing. That is the only thing. The RR is pants. Not really any way to make it better either, I suppose. Let me get the Insta out. Sorry, boys, get back on the tickers. Yeah, let me know who's getting in on DTO moves, to be fair, though. People, I know people probably getting in on moves from the DTO. What are you saying, TikTok as well? Yeah, let me scroll this down. EG Schultz. I was looking at EU and now I see I missed a move. You didn't really miss the move though, bro. There wasn't really much ability to catch it. It was a good move, obviously, but yeah, it was a difficult one. Looking at EU continuation buys, but waiting to see if FEG is respected. Fair play. I think it'd be a bit difficult to get continuations on EU. Fuck away. be a bit difficult to get those on EU. What pair? Says down the bottom right there, bro. This is EU. Looking for EG. DXI looks to be pushing up from that 30 min. Yeah, I mean EU's just continuing. That's all it's really doing. EU's going to continue. If we look at EU, let's quickly go over it. Pretty obvious what we're seeing. So there was basically on the weekly we had two things. Number one, we had this CRT, and number two, we had this imbalance, right? So we know when CRT happens, we come down to at least 50%, if not the entire thing. So we had the imbalance just below that 50%. So we knew price was either going to come all the way down to here, or price was going to come down at least to that imbalance and then start coming up. And then obviously at that imbalance, you see there, that imbalance, that line you see there, we started to move up. We had that initial move, and that's where we had obviously kind of appeared like CRT. Again, really we see the exact same thing on the higher as we see on the lower. But yeah, we got obviously a nice bullish reaction initially after tapping in, and we wanted to see, is this going to be like continued? Obviously we haven't had a change of character or anything yet, but we can see by order flow what's going on. Well, yeah, as I said, we had this big bullish move. We've then got this imbalance, which price has come into and then moved off. So basically the exact same thing as we see on the high, because we do have CRT here as well. So obviously we wanted price to come down to here, but if not here, at least 50%, which is where that imbalance is. So exact same thing we saw on the weekly, we see it on the 4 hour. CRT to a point, but only to 50%, and then the imbalance is filled, at which point prices are good to continue. So yeah, it's just going to continue up to here. Or ideally, we come back into somewhere near this order block. That's what we can kind of hope for. You don't really want to be getting into buys when it's like way above yesterday's price action. You know what I mean? Like on the daily, we're way above where we have been for the last couple of days. So it's really not an optimal point to buy. Obviously, prior day highs there. So bear that in mind. Bro, Bear 9 doesn't say how many people's in the live chat. How many people we got in here? How many people does it says viewing? Do you have GJ continuations to the down? So yeah, I'll go to GJ in a sec. Go to GJ in a sec. GU though, quick. GU is basically the same. Do we tap into this or not? No. GU is basically the same as well. So on the weekly, obviously, we've got the CRT, which was, I mean, partially completed, but again, at least 50% was, which is where our imbalance was. We tapped in, and then we're starting to move to the upside. So really, it's always important. There's 2 points that matter: where we're coming from and where we're going. Okay, so that's the only 2 points that really matter. That's why internal and external are so good. So the fact that we filled internal means that we must be coming for external, which is obviously external highs, which means these highs here, but specifically the range high that we're considering, which is this whole bit of price action. So looking for it to come off of here, that imbalance from the weekly, and then trade up into here. So I'll be bullish now for the next 70 odd pips, 80 pips up to that high. That's just what I'll be looking at. So that's pretty much my view. Everyone double tap the screen if you're on TikTok. Let's get a couple K likes in there. Let me know what pairs. People saying GJ. Let me know some other pairs. 110 man in there. We've got about 60 on the TikTok. Price is sitting in the 1 hour FUG above the Asia session. What's that for, mate? What pair's that for, bro? How many confidences shall I have in my strategy? Well, you need 3. 1, 2, 3. So you need number 1 is your higher time frame bias. Number 2 is your narrative. And number 3 is your entry strategy. So bias is just, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? And this isn't confluence. You need to have your own confluences for that. But the 3 ways you set it up is higher time frame. Is it going up or is it going down? It's the first thing. Second thing is the narrative. How is it going to go up there? So say your bias is bullish. Your bias is bullish. The narrative is how is it going to get there? So for example, I'll say it's going to come off an order block and then come into an external high. That's your narrative. And then your entry is your third one. And that's actually how are you going to enter the trade at this point. So you know where you're going. You know how we're going to get there, but how are you going to get in? And the 3 points you really need to have covered. GJ is very bullish. Cool. Let's have a look at GJ because people are asking. 110 man in it. Louis, was your entry on the 1 min? What's that for, bro? Oh, that's peak. That's peak. Let me check I didn't get spreaded into this trade by some luck. No, I didn't. Peak. Yeah, missed my entry. As you can see, worked pretty near to it, but just didn't come in. Yeah, I didn't get tapped in on this one, which is annoying. Hopefully we can come back up. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind it. Okay, this needs to be redone. 2 secs. There we go, that's better. I should be able to get the camera straight. Bruv. There you go. Sweet. Is that alright or is that wonky, bruv? Oh, that's wonky. GJ, a lot of people, well, this one guy is saying about GJ. Well, just get 2k likes and then we'll start looking at other pairs. Just get 2 likes and then we'll look at GJ, we'll look at gold, we'll look at some other pairs. Everyone double tap the screen. I'm live on YouTube as well, boys, if you're wondering if I'm talking to another chat. You went for EG already in waiting, bro. I'm already in with 2.9 RR. Lovely, Liam. Morning, Louis. Not in EG. Nice move in either anyway. Fair play. What are you saying about UJ? Can't see what he wants to do. Can you quickly explain TRT? I'll explain TRT in a minute, bro. Louis, don't think the gap on EU will be filled. Yeah, I do think we'll fill it, but that's what I mean. It's a long way to come down to then fill it, you know what I mean? You've got to come down 30 pips, so you've got to think it's not likely that we move down 30 pips in London, then we get another like 50 all in London session after we've already had like a 40 pip move. So you want another massive move down, then it's just not likely. It's going to happen in the New York session if it happens. I'm just saying, like, don't really make that what you're looking for, because it's not going to come through this session. Took an L on GU today. How come, bro? Look, your volume is a bit low. Is my volume low, chat? Anyway, I'm turning the volume. Anyway, I'm turning the volume up. Oh, is it? Yeah. Is it? How's no one said that? Let me quickly check. Oh shit, it's bare quiet. What the hell? What about now? No, wait. You're good. It's a bit lower, oh, fair play. Oh my days, right, yeah, EG's racing up, Jesus. It's what EG's like though, man. See where EG can go from here. I mean, yeah, let's, basically my analysis on EG is we're basically bearish. Big FU candle on EG, yeah, trust. We're basically bearish. I mean, we're sort of at a decent point on the higher time frame because we're sort of filled this weekly imbalance. So we filled all the imbalance and we're coming into these order blocks. And obviously it's nicer if it comes into this order block, but you can't really tell out of the two. So yeah, if it comes into it, it'll be nice and we can look for buys. Right now, I'll probably just prioritize sales based on what we're seeing. On a daily, I mean, it just looks bearish. In terms of the CRT, It looked like there could potentially be CRT for this candle, but obviously it hasn't happened. Or it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Just because of all alpha, we've already came back. But then if we go down to the 4 hour, that's the time frame where it really looks a bit nicer. So we've got, let's get rid of these. Yeah, so we've got obviously internal order block, and then we took the external low. Then after that, came back again into another order block, and then had a sell off down. So again, we're just coming back into an order block, and we should really just continue that next extension down to that low. If we don't do that, then yeah, it's a bit unlucky on our behalf. Can you go through GU loss around 7:30? What one? He lagged out for anyone else? Wait, what? No, yeah, I think it's just used to, bro. So yeah, we're mainly just looking at that internal and external, boys. I'll be honest. We've got that 4 hour internal with the imbalance being filled. So we're just hoping that we can come back down, really. Anyone jumping in this? Let me know if anyone's jumping in this. So we do. Tapping in now. Still hasn't tapped me in, fair play. Just getting sent into signals, yeah, bro. I mean, yes. If we're wrong with this one. I can't really see much of what it's reacted off of. So if it has reacted off anything and it does continue to the downside, I would say it's probably the DTO that it's reacted off to send us. But yeah, we should really break this low. Come on, man. I mean, surely the most that we'll be coming to is this order block. EG can do crazy things very quickly as well, so we just got to be aware of that. Can move quick at any time. Got a limit on EG, fair play. I thought we were going to fill the gap made at the week open, but just done the opposite. To be fair, we did sort of fill the gap. I mean, price did sort of come down and fill the gap, but I just don't know what we necessarily mitigated with this. I don't see what this has done in order to then go higher, or necessarily what this has done to go higher. So I just think it's a lot more likely that we're going to sweep the lows. Just go through my tabs to see that ChatGPT, where is the prostate and what's its function? That is so jokes. What is its function and what is the prostate? That is true. I sort of don't actually know, to be fair, Stu, so it's not even kind of a funny thing to Google, but no, I mean EU. Oh, EU. Oh, fill the gap and come down. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, That's what I sort of wanted. I mean, I think most people would have wanted that. Everyone could see we're coming off this imbalance, but you'd rather that whole CRT play out till it proves you otherwise. But it's kind of nice the way Asia Session, time Asia Session came through, it was sort of all the way up here, so we kind of knew that we was going up anyway. Didn't know, but you know what I mean. We wasn't expecting. Like, if the fact we tapped into this order block during the Asia Session kind of showed that we weren't going to react a little bit. Because like we tapped into our order block, then started moving down. We sort of knew we're not just going to come up from here, especially when the detail's there. If the detail was there and it had a nice order block, it could look nice. But yeah, it kind of just it was a little bit obvious we weren't going to sweep the high and come down at that point. So we did alright. Plus, there weren't much faking out going on. I mean, we didn't really invert anything. It was kind of just filling stuff. Like if you look at your entries, your only entry probably would have been here. Your only potential decent entry, I reckon. See what EG wants to do. Looks like it's pretty bullish right now. Let's see how we do. So we do. As we always say, boys, if you take a loss, you take a loss. You've got to firm these losses just as much as you celebrate the wins. So if it does go into a bit of drawdown, just let it hit your stop loss, boys. Better for your mental than being a pussy and being like, oh no, I'm going to close it before. It may stop us out. That is what it is. Yeah, we'll see if we break this high. Once we break this high, it's pretty much looking like it's going to continue higher. So we'll see. We've got 3 minutes till the end of the 15-minute candle. If the candle closes like this, then it's looking pretty bullish. I'm not going to lie. Oh yeah, we'll see. EG so bipolar, trust me. Very true, Sesame. Very true. So doing this again. It was still open in plain sight from this morning curiosity. To be fair, it was a valid curiosity though. Elementor. L entry Elementor. See, this is the type of person that can't hack drawdown. If this guy would close his trade once it goes a little bit into drawdown. Thing is, bro, if a trade loses, a trade loses. I'm actually a W mentor for that. I'm actually showing you a trade when it goes into drawdown. Most people just act like they never lost a trade. Plus we did cook last week. Can you see this video? Let me show you this video quickly. Oh shit. Let me quickly show you this video. This was last week on live, so if we do take an L, it's calm, because we've been up heavy recently. I'll show you the chat. And this fairy tales come true. Chat is popping this morning, boys. Yeah, this one. I'll show you. This was last week, boys. We did go 6 for 6 last week, so. Oh yeah, UJ and GJ. Let's check UJ and EJ. So if you do take an L, boys, kind of got to firm it. It's not the end of the world. Everyone takes L's. Yeah, let's have a look at UJ and all this that everyone's asking about. Yeah, we've had a bit of a change of character on UJ, which is nice. Definitely bearish right now. If you start on the monthlies, always better to start on a higher. Weekly. Best advice for the mental game. Yeah, we'll have a look. I want to see how this one plays out. I think it's going to conclude pretty soon, so we may as well just watch it first. May as well watch it and firm it. I want to check GJ before I do UJ as well, because for me GJ is a lot nicer of a pair. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, the main CRT has been completed now. If we look at the weekly, that's been completed. We could really be coming down, but you want to be careful because we've been very bullish recently. The only thing that was bearish was like the end to last week. Obviously the last 3 days of the week. We're in this order block as well. Yeah, I'll be real. GU's actually kind of an awkward one right now. Could refine this down now to this order block here. And it looks like, again, we're going to see kind of a 4 hour or, okay, get rid of this. Looks like we're going to see a 4 hour reversal. I mean, we've got our external liquidity. So in terms of the 4 hour, our internal and external, we've got our external high and our external low. And then we've got our order block here. Got this order block here. So really, in us to continue this bearish trend, we need to come from this internal liquidity being an order block down to this external liquidity being a low. So we need to go from here to here, which when we encroach this much into an order block is questionable if we're going to actually do that. It's questionable. GU is longs, mate. EU, GU. This isn't GU, mate. This is GJ. To be fair, it does not take a genius to work out GU's. GU's bullish, but yeah, no, we are bullish on GU as well. EG just pushing up, man. EG is heavy. Yeah, I mean, we're at the last kind of point right now. We're at the last point where it's got to reverse to this low. If it doesn't, then we're probably going to see a higher time frame reversal because there's nothing really to the left to be aiming for. Obviously, we've got these just equal highs, so I think we will be going higher. If we don't come down off of this, then we're going to overall break significant highs. I don't think it's going to be a matter of just grabbing this and coming down. I think we will actually continue. So yeah, it'd be decent to look at. Obviously, we've got this 15-minute, and for buyers as well. For buyers, you'd want to go, obviously, sitting by the DTO. For buyers, you've got your order block there, so you'd want price to slowly come down to your order block, and stop loss there, entry there, TP there. Just look for that buy there. That's what you'd be looking at if you're more looking at longs, and then obviously if you're more interested in shorts, then you draw your imbalance there, and then you want price to come down, close below this imbalance, therefore disrespecting the bullish order flow for that candle. So yeah, close below, come back up, and then move down. So you'd be looking for this zone basically to flip from this to that, but you need to close below it first. So yeah, it's pretty much just a waiting game on this, but it depends what you're more looking for on a higher time frame. It's an awkward one because it kind of like, I mean, you should favour sells right now because we are bearish, but it does look like this is pretty precarious if it's going to hold. Just seen EG 4 hour CRT. Yeah, I mean, we have seen that, but it's just, I was noticing that, but it's the same as sort of what we're seeing on EUG. There is an imbalance there, so it kind of looks like we've come up to 50% of it, filled the imbalance. Now we're going to move down. But yeah, no, you are right. We could easily be moving like that, taking the low, got the high to come into, so we could easily be trading up like that. Right now, we're just hoping that the imbalance is enough and that we can come down, but it's not looking good, bruv. It is not looking good. Put on volume, it will tell you if it's a fake out above previous high. Now, volume doesn't do that for you, bro. Volume can't tell that. Volume can't tell that, I'm not going to lie. No, it's not as simple as that, boys. You can't just turn on an indicator to do the leg work for you. It's not really how it works. Yeah, it's annoying. There's not really many other pairs to be looking at. As we said, we all know EU and GU is bullish as anything, but it's just getting into the actual entry. EG, we're kind of bearish on, but it's going to stop us out and probably go a bit higher before we come down. So yeah, it's an awkward one. Let's let this one stop out. Let this one stop out so we can move on to the next. I'd want daily CRT to be complete on GJ before looking for sells. Yeah, that is almost our stop loss point in and of itself, so it's only rounded up for pips, so that's calm. EU prior week high then short. I wouldn't be looking to short it, man. I'll be honest, I trade the London session. In this London session, there's nothing else you can really catch for EU. So, I mean, it's just the dollar, bro. That's all it is. The dollar, you can see, showed what it wants to do. Let me get rid of all this. The dollar showed what it wants to do. You know, it was very bearish. Bullish EU news. It was mainly the dollar, bro. I mean, we didn't even feel this. We didn't even feel the gap. So yeah, the dollar being so bearish, it just means it's not really going to be. You don't want to be shorting it. Even if you're shorting it, you're going to be shorting it to then come up to like here to then sell again. So you're not really. You know what I mean? You're only coming out of that, and then it's just a retracement. So obviously EU and GU it flips, but that's all you're really looking for. So it's not really the best. It ain't the best. Bro, can this EG just stop us out and stop edging us, man? Hey, when it does this, bro, like it tempts you like it's actually going to stay in. We all know you're stopping, you're going to hit stop loss, so just hit it, bro. We're not going to get enticed and start creaming ourselves. We know you're hitting, so just hit. You're not going to trick us, bro. We're not new to this game. EG, we're not no noobs to this game, bro. We know what you're doing. We know what you're playing at, so just do it. Just do it! Just fucking do it! Yeah, any other pairs you lot are looking at though, boys, let me know. But yeah, this is what I mean. So if you are looking to sell EU or GU, it's only really a sell as a retracement to then continue the trend higher. So it's not really ideal. Results are 7% ugly averages. What's your win rate? About 50%. I mean, it varied. Last week was a lot better than 50%. Last week was like 90%. I had about 6 trades. I said, well, more than that. But yeah, normally on average on trades I'm actually placing 50%. You trade on Monday. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't trade Mondays, but the thing is, like, there's only so many days in the week. Mondays aren't ideal, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you can get nice trades. It's definitely good to avoid Mondays if you're a beginner trader, but there's nothing wrong with having a trade on there once in a while, you know what I mean? I won't trade on Monday every day, so it is what it is. If we take a little trade on there, it's not like it's our bread and butter, so can be a bastard. UK and EU reset deal, yeah. Yeah, there it is. Don't know why it has to twerk about, like we knew you was going to do that. You weren't fooling no one. I can't see, but entries from here. Have a good day, lads. Yeah, fair play. I mean, there's not much, I'll be honest. There ain't much. There's not many entries here. Not the best day, I suppose, but thoughts on EU. My straight up rate's 40%, but still profit at 3 to 1. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's the same as me, really. Like, it's... To be fair with this one, I mean, we should have really been tapped in here and ran down, to be fair. But it's calm. It's calm. This is the thing with EG. This is why I do massively prefer EU and GU, because it is an unserious pair. Like, it is definitely unserious. It's just such a ridiculous pair. EG is actually the most unserious pair. Like, even that trade we had last week. Like, I remember sending it in. It literally tapped and hit. I didn't even notice. Like, I sent it in. I think I went downstairs to get a tissue or something. Come back and it tapped in and hit TP within about five seconds. Same with the stop losses. Like, it does just react off random points, and it does have like the volume difference for London session is so noticeable. Like, you look at that. Asia session doesn't move, and then literally get that heavy, quick move. So EG can be very good for TPing you quickly, but then it can also be bare unserious. Like, it's just you're aiming for like 8 pips sometimes. Even this, we're aiming for sub 10 pips, which ain't really the best, to be fair. So it's like, it is unserious, which can go both ways. It means you can get easy dubs, but then also easy L's. Waffle Master, why on earth are you watching me then? I'm wasting your Monday, bro. Spread is bad for me on EG. Yeah, that's one of the things with EG. The spread is always toss. GU sells. Now, I won't be looking for sells on any dollar pairs, boys. I'll be real. We've got imbalances to see. If we can close below this, then we'll actually be potentially seeing sells. But until we get that, I don't think we will. So, to be fair, EU's actually got a nice low there that we can take for a change of character. So, we got a few points. If we take that low, how many pips have we got between? Yeah, it's definitely enough, because I'd be looking to re-enter for your longs around about here. So, that's still 20 pips. GU, back to the low, back to this low here is about... Yeah, about 30 pips. So there is room for sells, but it is a reversal trade, so it's just not that best. RCM, what's that, bro? What's the RCM? Oh, is that for which broker you use? Nah, we trade with prop firms, bro. Yeah, you can't see any entries. Yeah, I can't see any entries either. See you tomorrow, boys. Have a good rest of your day. Sweet, Mehmet. Have a good one, mate. Thoughts on GU? Yeah, that's the same. GJ AMD on the 1 min for sells. Yeah, we'll see if GJ breaks this low. Again, we've got this imbalance here as well. Got this imbalance here that we're looking to be filled. What prop firms? ACG, bro, we're affiliated with. We do have a code for them to get you 15% off as well. So if you do want to use my code, you get a nice little discount there, a chest. Yeah, I mean, we're just waiting now to see if we can get a little bit of reversals. GJ will be nicer than GU, in my opinion, just because, well, we know the dollar's weak right now, so we don't really want to be backing it for strength. The yen's kind of weak, but not like, it's not like it's just had a crazy bearish night and morning. Sort of only just a bullish move from the morning. In GJ, how many pips is that as well? 60 pips. To be fair, again, this is a DTO move that you'll see. Is obviously we've got the daily trope in there is our premium and discount zone. You see 7 AM the market opens. After the market opens, get that move, get those 3 candles, 3 5-minute candles, leaving over an imbalance at the end. So obviously you want the imbalance to be filled, so long as you're below the daily tropan, and then buying up to like probably that high. That's the DTO strat in itself. So it's nice that we see that this morning on GJ. I don't trade it week in, week out, but I always look at it. It's decent, GJ. It is decent. It's probably my favourite pair other than EU and GU and EG. What is futures trading? I see all the time, got no clue. I'll be real, bro. You want to be trading Forex, in my opinion. You want to be trading your major Forex pairs, your euro, your pound, and your dollar. Futures is just, they're just referring to a futures contract. That's all it really means. S&P looking decent. Yeah, I don't really trade that. To be fair, there was a phase where everyone was trading the S&P, and now no one really does. Everyone was trading. Obviously, people still do, but I remember there was a period where everyone was just trying to trade it. Like, bullish is anything. Crazy recovery though. Look at that. This is when Trump come in. So as soon as Trump come in, he crashed it by 20%. And since the crash, it's back up another 20%. So essentially, he's only really cost the S&P 3%, and it obviously looks like right now it's going to be more than that. It's going to break the high. I mean, the S&P obviously is going to be bullish overall, but it's nice that it's recovered so quickly. It didn't even take a few months. It really took a month of shock, a month of panic, and then halfway through that month of panic, people was like, hang on, this is the S&P 500, like, why is everyone selling it? Just because Trump's come in charge doesn't mean that Google's going to drop off the face of a cliff, like, just because there's some tariffs. Yeah, I think people have realised, like, the S&P control America anyway, so never really going to be that bearish. Frimpong Medical at Liverpool today. Mate, this one I don't know why they're so annoyed at Trent. I've literally got a better right back in already. Made some good trades on a funded account. Shall I switch to RealNet? No, bro, I'd stay with funded account, man. What funded account are you on? Yen Basket has just taken Asia low too. Nice, I'll have a look at Yen Basket. My future is much better in my opinion. Cleaner moves with correlated assets. Yeah, see, I just think that EU and GU, the way they move in London sessions, just so obvious for them. Just got to be aware of price per tick per asset, and you have very tight stops for. Yeah, I mean S&P is definitely, it's not bad, but it's just mad to switch away from what's working for you. Like if it's working on EU and GU, I just won't really want to switch away from that. Fair play. That it's just, I don't know, the price action, like, does not look the best when people say like certain futures are very good to trade. Like let's have a look at what people trade. Like obviously the Nasdaq. I don't get it. Like, it hasn't really been moving nicely. To be fair, what the fuck's this? In fact, at least let them equal lows. Oh yeah, that was the month open that I was trying to show you, man, about. As you're saying, you want to buy at any time. If you're obviously looking to buy, so at that point when we took those lows and Trump, the main thing you should be looking to do is just buy below the month open. So if the month open there, anything below that is a good price. We probably will return back up to it. So if you can ever do that with the NAS, then it's good. Like in any of these really. Very good for premium and discount and monthly opens. Very good. Can you use last week's opening gaps high on EU to frame a sell? What do you think of UJ Asia highs? Yeah, UJ looks decent, but we're just waiting for that proper actually Significant change of character. Okay, well to be fair, we've literally just had a close below on GJ. Just had a close below. So yeah, not gonna lie, that's pretty much what we was waiting for. So if you did want to get in shorts on GJ, it's gonna be there, from there to there, or even to there. Yeah. I'm personally not going to be getting in this one, but 5-minute inversion on the end basket. Nice. Wait, 2 secs, chat. 2 secs. Hang on. Get tissue. 2 secs, TikTok. See how this one does then. Let's have a look at the yen basket as well. Right, so let's have a look at the yen basket from top to bottom, to be fair, because it is important for us. Actually, I don't know why it's not on the thing either. There it is. Right. Let's put it. Alright. Monthly's kind of awkward because I've got monthly CRT, but then it's kind of just extended back up again. Yeah, we should come into this low, but we keep kind of rejecting it, so. And on the weekly as well, just like, again, we're kind of in the middle of some different CRT plays, so it's an awkward one to do. Did we close that out? Yeah, see, look, this one we should have closed out. I mean, we didn't. We pretty much came all the way down to the bottom of it, though. So what you'll really be looking at now is this one being completed. So we've obviously rejected that. I mean, we're in this kind of bullish trend as well. We've come all the way down inches to it and then moved up. So tells me we're potentially not gonna be respecting it, but we'll leave it on there because I don't want to ignore it. It hasn't actually been disrespected yet. It's just been like reversed on a little bit. And we are in this imbalance here as well. No, it is looking like it could still go bearish, to be fair. I mean, to this CRT, it looks like it still could come through. She took the high there, got the low there. And in terms of the actual range, the 4 hours actually a decent range to be fair. The actual range, she broke the high there. Got an order block here, which we want to tap into. Tap into there, and we've got the high there. It would be nicer if it comes down a bit lower. So yeah, definitely not clear. I mean, your most obvious move is obviously tapping into that order block and then buying up to that high. That's your most obvious move, but it's just, is it going to do that? On the lower time frame, it's looking good, supposedly, but please can ask what trading platform you're using. TradingView. This is TradingView, bro, and then obviously MetaTrader to actually place your trades. If anyone does want to get funded with a prop firm as well, we are affiliated with ACG, so you can use the code RICHES at checkout. You get a discount. Also doing deals on PYC, so if you want to challenge pass, wow, my camera's still off. So if you want to get a challenge pass, let me know. I'm still doing deals on it. Mentorship still there, Signal's still there. Full price right now. Yeah, nice. And we've inverted this. You can see we closed above this fair value gap, tap back in, and then started to move up. So really the next one we want to start getting through is here, and then we've got the DTO as well. Let's get rid of this for the time being, although that is the level we'd ideally see us tapping into. And then yeah, obviously coming up to the DTO is going to be the big one as well. We've got a lot of things that we can be reacting off, to be fair. We've got, this is the first tester to get past. It should get past that. Then we've got the DTO as a premium and discount, and then we've got this order block here. Once we're past these, I think we can just easily continue up to that high and continue that bullish trend. Right. Let's mark this on so we can see how it does. 616. First order block to get past. GJ about to invest 15 as well. Oh yeah, nice. We've got 30 seconds left to see if it inverses. Hopefully it does. Am I still on low? Wait. I was thinking that. I'm thinking I could hear myself. Two seconds. Yeah, we didn't actually invert it. We didn't actually invert it just yet. Under my side, she was. Yeah, that imbalance is still there. Looks like we are moving through it though. I'm in UJ longs. Can you analyse quick? Yeah, we're looking at EU longs. It's not really that clear. EU chart in general, man. It's not really that clear for what it's going to do. Starting to see a little bit of CRT form. So we're taking of these lows, but it's just not looking that good. Order block. Really, we should come higher. Taking it slow. Really, we should. To be fair though, CRT's really been coming through. We took that high, we took that low, and then rallied up all the way into that high, filled that, and then moved down. To be fair, yeah, you'd really only be wanting it to move up to some nice little grab there. So completion of that CRT, and then yeah, you want this low to be taken. Really, that's what you're wanting. You want it to come off of either this imbalance or this order block. Obviously, ideally this order block. So yeah, I would say you ideally want us to come up a little bit more into a better area and then sell down this low here. If we look at the lower, it's just the 4 hour that's actually hard to read. Did or lose on EG? Yeah, I took an L on EG. Took an L on EG. This one's filled this imbalance pretty well, so we ideally want it to start moving down and not just. Yeah, we've got a while left to the next 10 anyway. We've got, yeah. If we can close below that, then it should be looking good. Let's get rid of this for the time being. No happy ending. I got in 1 minute AMD on GJ, just at 2% partials. Nice, bro. Nice. Yeah, if anyone wants to send their chart, send it into Chart Check, boys. It's probably the easiest place to send it to. Everyone, make sure you follow me on Insta as well. If you're coming from TikTok, make sure you follow me on Insta and get in the Discord. Best community in the UK if you're trying to learn. Yeah. Best by far, boys, if you're trying to learn. Everyone double tap the screen now, man. Let's try and get this account popping again. Everyone double tap the screen. If I miss any comments, by the way, on TikTok, boys, just ask them again and I'll get around to them. See how we do, though. See how we do. We see how we do. Yeah, just EG, bro. That's the only thing I've had really today. It's an unlucky one, really, but is what it is. Is what it is. I haven't taken an L on my fundeds for a while, to be fair, so it's a calm little one. It's a calm little one. Wait, hang on, boys. Give me 2 secs. Give me 2 secs, boys. Alright, you man, do not leave, innit? I'm gonna put it on pause for 2 minutes and run downstairs and get a juice. 2 minutes, I'll be, not even that, 30 seconds I'll be on pause for. Do not leave, bruv. We're about to tap back in as well. Listen, stay in the live, because when I come back I'll show you the entry, the SL and the TP, so you can copy if you want. Don't leave, bro. Don't have a brain rot attention span. I know you man on YouTube won't leave anyway, but yeah, I'll be literally 2 secs to need another juice. back in. We're so back. We've actually filled this imbalance here now as well. I've got EU continuations. Where do you think my target should be? Just the high, bro. Just the current high. The current high we've made. Shouldn't really be any need to enter any more than that. I mean, obviously, this is your external high. This is your main target. This is where we're going to come into after filling the imbalance. Filled the imbalance, so now going to move up to external being the high. Always got 4 points. Really easy when you use that internal external, which is what we teach. It makes it so easy because you've literally got 3 points. You've got your external low, your external high, and you've got your internal fair value gap. Right? Pretty obvious what's going on. It's pretty obvious what's going on. Hopefully most people can see that. We've got 3 points. So all we do, coming into here, and if we're moving off, we're going to be heading to that high. So yeah. The external high, that's where I'll be aiming for. That's where I'll be aiming for. EG, what's EG doing as well since it cooked us? Cooked us. Tapped into that now. See if it wants to come down. Don't really want to go against the euro this morning though, as we've already tried once. Yeah, you just super bullish. If the 5 minute can close like that, after filling the imbalance decently, then it might look decent. Haha, literally in the same trade, then saw your live. Fair play, bro. Then saw your live after entry. Nice. Nice. We got a minute left for this to actually land decently. Not the ideal time, I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is though. Get back, Shedrook. When we close kind of well, but that 15 minute is looking brutal. Looking absolutely brutal. Let's get rid of this so we can actually see ourselves breathe, because I actually want to see. are you in this? Great loss on AG, not glass solid trade. I don't know if this guy's trolling. What a mad comment. A mad comment. Mad comment. The 5 minute needs to respect this. Oh, happy ending. If this 5 minute candle closes decently, then it could be looking alright. I mean, the main thing is this 15 minute though. We did feel this 15 minute and react quite violently, so it would be nice if the next candle straight after that is just that basically. That's what we need. Basically what we need. I didn't even notice, boys. I lost sound. Apologies for that. Yeah, the candles are looking bullish as well. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad I didn't get into this, I'm not gonna lie. Glad I didn't get into this one. We'll see how we do though. We'll still see how we do. Where was the thing? Here or something, wasn't it? Well, the stop loss was so high as well. It should be 14 like that. filled that imbalance now to the downside. This is what we were tracking, boys. We're seeing the order flow. How's it playing out? Still looking bullish to me. Still looking bullish to me. We sort of come off that order block, but only to really just to fill this imbalance, and then looks like go higher. We'll see though. We'll see how it plays out. See which one it wants to respect more, this order block or this imbalance. Should really respect the imbalance, considering we've already respected this one, and we're kind of going higher anyway. But we'll see. I mean, hopefully, I don't know if anyone did actually get in this, but if you, how come you're in a trade now because London ended? I'm not in this, bro. This is just people's asking for GJ. People's looking for GJ. So I think a lot of people's probably already in this, to be fair. So. Sure, weekly buy for the DXY. Well, it's different now, to be fair. We'll have to reassess now, but yeah, DXY, I'll show you what I want for the week. Pretty much was near enough already happening at this point. If you get rid of obviously we're trading in this order block, but coming off this imbalance, we want to go to the external low, which is here. So we do want to trade into this candle's low. So I'll be looking to trade into. So we've got our external high, external low, and we've got our internal being a fair value gap, right? So we filled that fair value gap. We've only got two places we can go after we filled the fair value gap. We're going to go higher to an external high, or are we going to go lower to an external low? We're not going to move to another fair value gap, because we don't move from fair value gap to fair value gap. We move from FVG to a higher or low, and then from a higher or low to an FVG. So I want us to obviously take this low, and then just look for that trend to continue to the downside, really. The main thing I'll be looking at. How's the GEM basket getting on? Yeah, sort of staying bearish right now. It's kind of just accumulating, really, isn't it? Does look like it's heading down though. It's really tapped into that imbalance, and then kind of looking like it's heading down. To be fair though, boys, I might jump off soon. I mean, it is outside 10, so yeah, boys, I'm gonna jump off now. Actually, I'm gonna jump off. Appreciate you, man, watching though. I'll catch you in the next one, boys. Not the best morning today, not gonna lie. For the actual charts, wasn't the best. But you do have them days where it ain't the best. Just shows that trading's actually real, and it is a real thing. You make wins, you make L's, you make money, you lose money, and then it all comes long term to being profitable. That's what it comes down to, and getting back from those L's. So basically, pretty standard down the market. Should follow EM future, which is the inverse of UJ. Yeah, we're just looking at the M basket, bro. That's what we're just looking at. But yeah, appreciate you, man, tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one, boys. Mace will be live for the New York session at 1 PM. So catch me back, well, not me, but Mace back live on this account at 1 PM. My DMs are open, boys. If you want to join the Signals mentoring or anything else, basically Signals mentoring or get a challenge pass, then let me know, and I'll send you a message back. Discord is in my Instagram if you're not already in there, and my name on there is Louis. So just send me a DM if you want anything. And yeah, boys, appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Sweet, boys.